I'm Kathy Brooks, the host of The Kathy Brooks Show. Come discover three pillars: spirit, soul, and body.
Kathy Brooks Show starts now.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad to be back. I am glad to be here tonight, and I'm glad to see you back. So tonight we have a great episode ahead of us. For those who are in business, those who are mothers, fathers, parents, grandparents, doing many things, it's a lot to multitask and do a lot. So tonight we are going to talk to the ultimate
on TV, baby.
The ultimate boss lady. So let me take a minute, and I'm not going to take a lot of time. Let me take a minute to introduce you to my guest for tonight. All right. So we'll go ahead, and T-Quest is an entrepreneur, the ultimate entertainer, and voiceover goddess, the host of the T-Quest Show. She is a performer, trendsetter, and a woman of many talents. She always leaves you wanting more. Help me welcome T-Quest, the ultimate the ultimate boss lady, to the Kathy Brooks Show. Hello, lady. How are you? How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Now I can hear you. All right. Well, I didn't want to waste any time. I wanted to get down to business with you because I know you are a woman of many talents. Yes. And I'm going to let you tell the folks about yourself just a little bit.
Okay. Well, I go by the name T-Quest. I'm a recording artist. I'm a radio personality, a journalist, a voiceover specialist, a graphic designer. I do media, PR. It's just so many things I do in the entrepreneur world as well as the music industry.
Yeah, girl, you wear a lot of hats.
Absolutely.
A lot of hats. So with all that, we're going to talk a little bit. I know you are able to talk on various topics, but because you're the ultimate boss lady and you got many, many jobs, we're going to talk about, how you able to balance it all, juggling it all, doing it all, and, give our viewers some guides and some tips on the best way to kind of maintain that work-life balance, if you will. And we're going to have a little fun in the process. So let's get to it, girl. Let's get to it. So I have entrepreneur, entertainer, journalist. I know you don't do all that at one time. I know that some days you may have one hat on and other days you may do other things. So let's talk about, I don't know, let's get into it. How do you talk to me about, this is what I wanted to ask you. Okay. So I talk to people, and a lot of times they say, I want to do this. I want to have this. They have a lot of talent in a lot of different areas. Mm-hmm. Can you advise or just talk about how you're able to reach the goals that you want to do and still be able to do multiple things, Mm-hmm. So let's talk about that. I think I phrased it a little, but you get the gist of what
No, I understand. Okay. I understand, because every time I get interviewed, everyone asks me the same question because it doesn't sound realistic, Mm-hmm. But what I tell people is, first off, my calendars are my additional assistants, because at the end of the day, it always boils down to time management. And that's one thing a lot of people struggle with. Because when you have like a 9 to 5 and then you have a family and kids and responsibilities, like how do you have time to, turn your dreams into reality? So I tell people it's all about time management. One thing that works for me is the fact that even though I wear a lot of hats, it's still all under the same umbrella of entrepreneurship and entertainment. So even if I'm doing one thing, it still connects to everything else that I'm doing. For example, as a voiceover actress, right? So I can be doing a commercial for a radio station, and then I can have a commercial ready to go for a business, or doing a voicemail, or I could be doing a hook on somebody's song, or maybe an audiobook. So that day can be all voiceover things, but it's all in different avenues. You see what I mean? So also I tell people, what makes it easier is you really have to have a passion for what you do. And you have to be very disciplined, because you can have an hour free. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to scroll on social media, or are you going to take that time to learn, to research, to read? Like when I'm on my phones, they're like, you're on your phones all day. I'm like, I am. But what am I doing while I'm on my phone? I'm networking. I'm posting for myself, for my clients. When I'm on YouTube, I'm not up there just watching random cats chasing cucumbers or jumping. I'm taking advantage of my time, because nowadays, especially when you're an entrepreneur, you don't have the crutch of a 9-to-5.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to stay focused 24/7. So I make sure that I take advantage of all my time. But then I always make sure I take care of my health as well. I make sure I get 6 to 9 hours of sleep every night. But then I go hard all day.
Yeah.
I go hard. So then I'm like, it's okay for me to rest peacefully at night. And I turn my phones off, because if I'm giving the world myself all day, I owe myself a peaceful night's rest. And I'll stop here for now.
Amen. I like that. I like those 2 points you made. Time management, that's very important. That's very important. And you're right about, being on your phone. I kind of learned that time management is so important. And any seconds that you have free, going to the doctor's office, you're sitting most of the time. So you can do any kind of posting, any kind of answering emails, anything like that. That's very critical, to take advantage of your time, because like some of these TikToks and all that stuff, that's a time snatcher. I mean,
absolutely.
You know it. I mean, I thought one day I'm on TikTok, I had to just get off of it, because I thought 5 minutes had passed. It was 2 hours later.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And you have to limit yourself on the phones and maybe some TV, but those are good. And turn that phone and get your sleep, because you got to have your beauty rest.
Absolutely.
You got to be ready for whatever the day is going to bring you for that day.
Absolutely. And I tell a lot of people, maybe you should start earlier in the day if you can, because as adults, there's so many miscellaneous things that happens. Now, if you start earlier and get done when you need to get done, when the miscellaneous things occur, it's not really taken away from everything, because you already got as much done as you can already for the day. Like you said, when you go on social media, sometimes you're scrolling for a minute and it turns into hours. That happens.
I know. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of my, there's a book that I read, I think, and I may be misquoting it, but it's called Eat the Frog First. So it means if you have hard tasks to do, get up and tackle those first. Because I used to be one person that kind of procrastinated. I didn't want to do what was hard first. I was like, let's do the easy stuff and then mosey through the day and be putting it off. But sometimes it's best to do the hard things first. So, you early, your mind is fresh, and you hit it and go. So I guess that would fall under the time management umbrella. So those are very good points. And I think our listeners should be, let me remind them to go up and pull down the notes for the show. And because there's going to be good, I already know it's going to be some good nuggets, some good little tips that, you can take and run with. And that's going to help you, manage your day, manage your time, manage your business, and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So, voiceover lady, voiceover queen. All right, goddess. God is.
Ooh.
I'm so excited to hear you say that.
Thank you.
How did you get into the voiceover business? Just from having the entertainment, yourself a songstress too. You sing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sing, rap, dance, act. I just love to entertain. I love giving someone a happy moment. You know,
girl.
so if I can put a smile on your face, then I'm doing my job. But when it comes to voiceovers, I've always been an entertainer, you know, and I always enjoyed being on the microphone. And where I first started, it was this comedian that I knew. And he was doing some skits for his project. And we're just having a conversation. And he was like, he need to find 3 females. And he told me the type of female he was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I can do it. And I was just joking. I was like, just let me know what it is. I went to the studio. I recorded it. It was perfect, you know. And I was like, you're welcome, you know. And after that, you know, as an entertainer and a recording artist, you know, when it comes to working with DJs, they're always looking for different drops. You saying their name and stuff. So what I did was invest a lot of money into the studio and actually record DJ drops constantly. Every time I went to the studio, sometimes I'd be in there for hours, spend thousands of dollars. And it came to the point my voice became so popular that people used to recommend me. And like, who's that? Who is that? Who did your drops? And they'll contact me and ask me, are you the one who did this? Or did I hear your voice on the radio? How much do you charge for this? So all the money I invested, you know, it came back around and I just started the business. And now I hear my voice a lot of places. Sometimes I cut on certain radio stations. I can hear my voice. The other day I saw a random reel and I heard something like, is that me?
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. So so when you did the 3 ladies for the comedian, you did all three acting of the 3 people.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's all right. See, that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
People listening that want to start something, you put it out there. And sometimes, did you do anything did you do that for him for free?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because sometimes I understand that everyone wants to make money and they see a lot of people making it quickly. They want to be, I get that, but you have to realize it takes money to make money, you know, and then you have to remember one hand wash the other. So it's okay to barter. It's okay to do things for free because you're just vesting your time into promotion. True. You know, and I could have did that as a demo, but I ended up doing it as a project. And now I can put that on my entertainment resume.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was smart. That's really good. Ooh, I'm having a little light problem, but
it's okay.
We'll go fix it. That's how it is in entertainment. You never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Get right back in it. Mm-hmm. So that's entertainment, music, what else it is that you're doing? I had to write it down. There was so much. Miss Journalist. So, you write for the magazine. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that.
Okay. I've been a journalist for 15 plus years now for different publications on and off throughout the years. It started out as an advice column I had called Inquiring Minds Want to Know, where people would email me and ask me questions. And, you know, I would answer them. And that was super fun. And it was interesting reading some of the questions people have, but you have to realize everyone is different. Everyone's going to do different things, and they always respected and valued my opinion because I never judged anyone. I was never biased, and I always look at things from multiple perspectives so I can understand the person that I'm just giving my opinion to or advice. Okay. And then in the last couple of years, I joined a DJ coalition as a music artist and a radio personality. And I noticed that they had publications connected to them. And I'm always open to new opportunities and ways to network. And I always take advantage of my time and my opportunities. So I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Do you guys need any more writers? And they're like, sure, what would you like to write about? I'm like, I would like to do a blog called The Quest Chronicles, just talking about things like love, life, music, and stuff from my perspective, because sometimes people need to see it from a different perspective. Some people are tunnel vision. I'm like, okay, it's okay to think like that. But did you ever think about it like this? That can actually probably help you. So then I started the Quest Chronicles, and it's been great. Now the magazines that I write for, I'm like one of their number one contributors, and they've been nominated for multiple awards, and some of them actually won some. So
yay.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, girl. I mean, it sounds like you got that golden touch. Everything you touch just happens to, because I can feel that, you passionate about it, and you want to do a good job. Absolutely. You want to do excellence. I'm all about, doing it with excellence, because even when you're doing something for free, you got to do it. You got to do your best. You got to put your best out there, because if you can do your best for free, how much more can you do if somebody gave you a team with some money? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I tell people that all the time. They're like, well, you don't understand because you did this and that. I'm like, but I didn't start here. That's the part people forget. I did not start here. I was in the trenches, and I was out there as a music artist, going to different mom and pop stores and performing every single night and working all day to 10, 15 hours a day, and then changing to perform at night and doing whatever I had to do, traveling to New York, paying thousands of dollars for showcases, investing money into my brand and into my graphics and my promos. I went through the trenches. For years, I was in the red. But it was more the fact that I know what I'm destined to be and destined to do. So throughout it all, I never gave up. That's why I tell people it's better to have a passion for what you do, because it's going to be times where you want to give up. You're going to want to quit. It's not working. No one's buying. No one's selling. No one's promoting. No one's helping. But that's just part of life. That's part of being an adult. That's a part of being an entrepreneur. So if you're not ready to handle that, then maybe it's just best to stay with your 9 to 5 a little longer.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be easy all the time.
Yeah, it's not easy. I say it's like this. It's an uphill battle. Absolutely. Everything you want to do is uphill. Even the most talented, and sometimes I used to see certain people making comments about particular artists, like, they don't sing that good, or, they don't dance that well. I say maybe they don't, but they stayed in the game longer than the person who had the talent, because they got frustrated. Absolutely. So now you're seeing them, and you might say, they're average, they're okay, but they got the heart. They got the heart of a winner. So therefore, they're reaping the rewards of staying in the game, digging in the trenches, because it's something they love to do. They would do it. I would do it. I just started doing this podcast and stuff. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but I'm learning every day. I learn something every day. But to me, if you have that desire, it's like burning inside of you, you're going to do it anyway. Well, you don't have nobody out there watching.
Absolutely.
You're going to do it anyway. So the gift you have is going to speak to the people, because it's got to be something in you that's drawing it. That gift inside is drawing it. Not necessarily, that I'm the greatest or whatever, but it's the gift inside. But that's great. That is awesome. I was looking at when I speak to people about entrepreneurship and all the different things that they may be juggling, doing. I've always heard, that it's a balance. And I'll even put it on here, work-life balance. And I was looking at that, and I was thinking, it's not always balance, because when you think of balance, you're thinking everything equal. And, well, at least I do. You're balancing a scale, but it's not always equal. I think it's more about balance and harmony, because if it was equal, I don't always give equal time to my work, because most of the time I'm working more than I'm doing family stuff, and sometimes I'm doing family stuff more than I'm working. So it's not that everything is balanced, it's working in harmony.
Absolutely.
Working in harmony. So I just wanted to add that little piece on top of what you already said, because you already said the good stuff. So let's see what else we want to talk about. Business wise, let's see. I had so much, and now I can't even think of the things I was going to say.
It's okay.
Oh, let's talk about this trendsetter, the ultimate entertainer. You always talked about like doing your voiceovers and things of that nature. Do you have any upcoming projects as far as like your music and things like that going on? Always got projects.
A lot of people has been asking me for new music for a very long time. And I understand why, because no matter what I do, being a music artist will always be first. But music is timeless and it's not going anywhere. So I decided in this new phase of my life, I don't want to rush it. And I want to learn the woman I am today so I can write the music that represents who I am today. And right now I know that the majority of the songs will be love songs. Because I want to talk about happy love, because nowadays a lot of the music in the R&B world, the hip hop world, it's just like everyone's just sad and miserable and cheating on one another. And it's now, if that's your life, that's your life. And I get that. When I talk to people, they're like, there's not many songs that they can relate to. And I want to make songs that people can actually relate to and be proud to be in a healthy relationship. Be proud to be a woman. Be proud to be a respectable woman, not being called a B and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I balance all that the right way, where I'm not just coming up with songs, but songs where it's relatable, classic hits, but then still like lyrical, when the rapping part comes in. I want to make sure it has this whole balance. So I'm just like, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to come with something great, and it's definitely going to be worth it.
Oh, sure. See, I told y'all she leave you wanting more. Now you got us all on the hook. Like, okay, I know you taking your time, but give me a date. Give me a drop.
That was the problem before. I used to be so excited about giving dates, but then it's the behind the scenes stuff that no one talks about. Even when I first came out with my first album, it never was released because behind the scenes work, people I was working with, they didn't tell me everything I needed to know. Okay. I did the whole release party, had everything together except for the actual product. And going through these things in my career is the reason why I started my businesses. I took the time to learn everything a part of the business that people try to take away from me. You didn't help me put out my music and you left me stagnant and lost. So I took the time to learn the music industry. When I wanted to start a clothing line, they took all my money that I invested in it, and then nothing happened. So I took the time to learn the business, manufacturing, fabric. So then I started my own clothing line. I wanted people to help me with flyers and graphics, but they kept giving me the runaround. So instead of me being upset, I took the time to learn it and then started the business for it. So now I grew a business where people can come to me where they need help with, and I help them in a way I wish I was helped on my journey.
Wow. That's good. That's good. That's real good, because you could just complain and but you took that and you started something. Now you can give back in a way that you should have gotten.
Absolutely.
That's real good. That's real good. And it's a lot of people that's been hurt. I like what you said also, because it's called the music business. People forget the business part of it. I mean, the music is great, but I know it's a lot of business behind it.
It is.
If you don't have somebody, an advocate, that's going to fight for you, that's going to handle the business, then you're kind of going to be stuck with good music that nobody can hear and listen to. So I'm excited about the fact that you're taking your time, you're reevaluating where you are. What kind of person, what kind of music you want to do. So I was going to ask you this when you was talking about your music. I hear people talking about like what happened to R&B. Is R&B dead? There's so much hip hop, and what happened to R&B? So, what genre will you fall in? Is it like?
Well, realistically, my main genre is hip hop, you know, but I always still sing and do my own harmonies and stuff. But it's interesting you speaking about R&B because my fiance and I are in charge of the R&B division of our DJ coalition. You know, so we're talking to R&B artists every day, all day, from independent to mainstream. We even interview them, you know, like from new school to old school, the ones that is coming back. Like we interviewed John B, Little Mo, Adina Howard, So For Real, you know what I mean? Like some artists from Drew Hill. And I tell people, when it comes to the music industry, it's evolving just like life.
Yeah.
And the new generation, this is their time. So you have to allow them their time.
Yeah.
The only difference is like they're growing up talking about heartache and pain at age 15. When we were growing up, R&B artists was like 30, 40, 50. They actually been through some things. So they sung out their pain, you know. But if that's how it is, then that's how it is. I just tell people, you just got to take the time to do less complaining and questioning and take the time to research, you know, like because we do events with R&B artists every quarter called a Sip and Sing, and we get on Zoom and stuff, and they come up there and they just sing for us a cappella, and we hear their natural voices and stuff, and we're actually working on something. I don't want to, you know, I'll give you the exclusive.
Come on, bring it.
Even though we do have Gotta Love Me Radio, home of the music and conversations you want to hear, we're actually going to be opening up a new radio station strictly for R&B music. And we're going to put that together slowly, but it's going to be nice because there's some artists out here that can sing. There's some artists out here that has stories to tell, and it's the different and diversity. We're just going to try our best to shine more light upon them to let people know the music you desire is actually out here. You just got to take the time to look for it. But don't worry, we got you.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I had a small taste. Gunner Radio is part of, they do the music junket. So you get to meet a lot of artists, a lot, you know, different genres and stuff, and do a lot of interviewing. So I had a chance to do that. And I mean, I hear people talk about the R&B, but I don't think it's like dead. But it's kind of like fashion, you know. Bell bottoms was in, and then it comes back around. So like you said, we have to give the folks that's singing now their moment, but I think it's still alive. It's just it's gonna come back when it's strong. I mean, it's here, but I mean, it's strong. Gonna be
and they all coming back. The old school artists, they all coming back.
They still doing their concerts,
absolutely,
and you know, flying from here and there and running around. So they out there. They out there. I'm sure, like Keith Sweat and all them still.
They're still doing music. They're still touring.
Oh man, like Maze is all the time somewhere.
Absolutely.
So that's cool. That is really cool. I'm excited to hear all this stuff that you got going on. Let's see. Let's take a quick break real quick, and we'll have a little breathing moment and come back.
All right.
So let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back, y'all.
Has your path to success been blocked by lack of training, outdated skills, or just feeling like you can't keep up with advanced technology? We have a solution for you. TT Innovative Solutions can help get you on track and assist you with the skills and services you need to achieve your goals. If you need website design, virtual conference hosting, technical skills development, help desk support, and more, TT Innovative Solutions has got you covered, and they're here to teach teach, train, innovate, and solve. Visit ttinnovate.com today for more information or to book an appointment. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
We back, y'all. We back. I told you we'd be here. So, for those of you just joining, I'm talking to T-Quest, the multi-talented entrepreneur. We're just talking about what's it like to be the ultimate boss lady, to have multiple things going on and good at everything. You know, she's not just dipping and dabbing, she's doing it. So, we'll continue our conversation. Let me get my light back. Oh, yes. All right. Let's jump back in this. So, let's see. What else can we talk about here? We talked about business and entrepreneurship and your entertainment. And is there any topic that you kind of want to throw at us that I didn't mention? I think we talked about the journalism and I can't remember. I think it was something else that you was doing. Did I miss something? Tell me.
Well, we did talk a little bit about well, I'm a radio personality.
Oh yeah, that's right. How could I miss that?
I've been in radio for about 10 years now. You know, and it's been an interesting journey, and I love the whole journey from the first experience, from being interviewed and people fell in love with my personality and my voice, and then getting my own show. And my first show was 2 hours long. I was the personality, the program director, and the DJ, everything at once.
Oh my goodness.
They kind of threw me in there.
Girl.
You know, but it was scary.
Oh my goodness,
it was very scary, but it helped me build a strong foundation as a radio personality. It helped me to multitask. It helped me to stay on top and to stay on schedule. Like, okay, if I have 2 hours, let's pick my topics, let's pick my radio breaks, whatever I'm going to put in there, this, that, and the third. And, you know, I always want to say shout out to the listeners at the time, because then I didn't know who was listening because technology wasn't like it is today.
Yeah.
But people would text me and message me in response to what I was talking about. And that just was nice reminders that people are listening. So let me keep going.
Cool.
You know, and then you don't know who's listening, so you can't fall short. You have to stay on point at all times, you know, because a lot of people, they get discouraged, like if they're on social media and they're live and they don't have any views, and then they just want to just cut it off. Like at the end of the day, even if they're not tuning in now, someone's going to eventually tune in. Someone's going to take the time to watch it. So you have to be on point at all times. Even people with websites, I'm just like, even though you're not that active, still keep it updated, because you never want someone randomly is going to go on your website. You know when someone's randomly going to go on your app or on your social media. So you still want to keep it up to date no matter what. Do not allow what's happening in that moment to discourage you, you know. But being a radio personality, I started in home. Then I went to FM and college radio. So I always had the different versions of radio, and it definitely helped as I elevated. And my first show, God Love Me Radio show, turned into God Love Me Radio Station about 10 years later. And even though I've had different DJs and platforms from shows in Connecticut, New York, Jersey, Massachusetts, you know, my most popular show is the T-Quest show with DJ El Nino. Relatable, informative, yet entertaining. And it's super fun. And I'm glad that DJ El Nino is now officially a part of it, because nothing like having the right partner by your side where you don't have to do everything anymore, you know, but it's super fun interviewing all types of people, as you know, not just music artists. We interview celebrities, chefs, authors, like all types of people, because I always want to know the silent cry behind everyone's grind. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a testimony.
That's so true.
And I don't ask basic questions as a music artist. I'm not just like, who produced your music? Do you have a video? I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
I want to give people the opportunity to tell that story that they never get a chance to tell.
That's really good. That's really good. I guess you hit them kind of like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. You know,
all the time.
They was probably ready for, you know, the list of, you know, whatever their riders or whatever that is. And you just come around the backside and they like, okay, I got to think about that one.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's really good. So you are very seasoned in this arena.
A little bit.
I'm green. I'm green. My first show, oh gosh, I just felt like sick.
No.
You know, like, oh, just nervous and But this is my second season, and as I said, I'm learning, I'm growing. I'm grateful to have guests like yourself who is seasoned and can help me along and you know, drag me along. Get me up to speed, because I don't know how you could be the personality, the producer, the DJ, the voiceover for the commercial breaks. You was sweating. That you talking about baptized by fire. You was drinking out the water hose.
It all takes just time, you know, and I invest a lot of time in what I'm doing, because throughout the years when I had 9 to 5s, like I had to do what I had to do as an adult, because I still have to pay bills. But I'm like, I know this is not what I'm destined to do. So I made sure all my time off, I took advantage of it, you know. And then when I finally made a decision that I'm no longer going to work for someone, I had to make sure that I stayed on point no matter what, you know. And that's the part people forget. Like, it's not easy being an entrepreneur. Of course, a lot of millionaires came upon during a pandemic because they took the time to take advantage of what is happening. I'm like, you can either be upset and pissed off and using it as an excuse just to get by, not to pay a bill or something, or you can take this time to really elevate and increase within yourself and grow a business or a brand. Like, the pandemic was the years of the hustlers. Survival of the fittest. Like, what
Right. I mean, all the downtime, but personally for me during the pandemic, it was really busy because I had a lot to do. But there was a lot of people, they was talking about they was bored in the house. This was the time, all those things on your list, clean up my closet, organize this, do that. I mean, it was so much that could have been done. I don't know if people took advantage of the time. And now you back in that rat race, that busy mode, you wishing you had time to do certain things. But I mean, you made some good points. And one of the things I wanted to kind of highlight was that you said, you know, doing your 9 to 5. So this was like your side hustle thing, right? When you were working every day, but you wanted to do your business and your voiceovers and your entertainment and all that. You transitioned out of the 9 to 5 into this. So, I mean, speaking to people that's doing a 9 to 5, you got to have some strategy of how you're going to transition. Because, you know, the bills they still coming every month, you know.
During the pandemic, but they told you, look, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry you lost your job, can't go out, but you still got to pay this bill.
Yeah, I know. It's good when you can turn the switch on and the lights on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it was a learning for everybody, you know. Yeah, you're right. Adulting is hard, but so is trying to do and follow your dreams. That's hard too. So you got to pick a heart, you know. Either you're gonna do this or you're gonna do that, or you just don't do nothing and complain about it the whole time and complain that you're in a 9 to 5. But you know, we got to make a choice. We got to do something. So that's so cool. I'm so glad that you made that decision. And I think that the people that hear you, that listen to your show, that's part of the, you know, that do business with you, happy that you made that decision. And just a joy to, it's a joy for me to even have the opportunity to talk to you today.
So, thank you. I just like, even when you did the intro and you were like saying my name and all that I do, like, it's such a touching and humbling feeling, not in like a conceited way. It's just like a friendly reminder, like, even though you've been through so much on your journey, people still, or at least now, respect what you do, and they see you and they know your worth. And just imagine all those lives that you have changed and touched. You know what I mean? And that's the stuff that really keeps me going, is because I tell people, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors in anybody's lives. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
I don't know why just stop trying to figure it out. Because think about it. If you can go through something, the next person can go through something too. That's why I always try to give people their flowers when I can and compliment them when I can. And I tell people all the time, I value time. So even in this moment, you allow me on your platform. I appreciate you sharing your time with me.
Well, when we spoke, I told you, I said, I think that people value money, and you can get more money, and money is important. I like what it can do for you, don't get me wrong. But I think time is a precious commodity, because it don't matter how much money you have, you can't get more time. You cannot get more time. And I try to value people's time. And I try to do that because I want people to respect my time as well.
Exactly.
And if you're going to spend an hour with me, let's do something. Let's get something out there. Let's get the people, let's get into it, So again, like I said, it's been amazing. And I appreciate it so much. And I know you interviewed and talked to many, many folks, but you get to talk to me today. And I get to talk to you, and it's so cool.
I love being on this side. It's less pressure for me. You got to do everything. All I got to do is here.
Well, I feel the heat. I'm standing over here. I feel the heat.
Thank you so much.
Look, Silver, great story, Miss T-Quest. Very interesting. Oh, I'm so glad you're tuned in. And thank you for that comment. Thank you so much. So, we still got some time, so we're going to keep it going. So, let me see. It was something else I want to talk to you about, and I can't even think of what I wanted to say. Time management, using your phone as productive, being productive on your phone. You might be on it all the time, but you're being productive. Those are great tips for the listeners. Also, continue your hustle. Continue to hustle. Continue to do in pursuit of what it is you desire or what you love to do. And one of the things I say is that, if you aspire, like if I aspire to do voiceovers, or I aspire to be in entertainment, I can't look at a person that's doing it and go like, they all right, they okay. You can't despise what it is that you desire.
Absolutely.
You need to give that person a flowers for even stepping up to the mic to do something. While I'm sitting on the couch quarterbacking you. It's all right. It's okay. We need to, as people that desire to do something, don't despise what somebody else is doing and they're walking in the shoes that you want to walk in. Give them their props. You might not think that they all that, but give them something. Give them credit for stepping up.
You're absolutely right. I tell a lot of people, I don't believe in competition. And it's not an arrogant thing. It's just that I'm not worried about the next person. I only can be the best me I can be. So when I do see other people in any of my professions, if they're doing something that I'm not doing or is at a higher level, I'm like, ooh, what's that? I like how they did that. Now let me research and see if I can do something like that. And it's not really, people can try to call, someone just copying me. I'm like, no, it's just smart business wise.
Right.
I see that you're at a level that I need to be on. I'm going to use that as motivation to get there. You should actually take it as a compliment. You know what I mean? But
right, we all should be striving to go higher.
Exactly.
You should be around people that's doing better than you.
Exactly.
How do you ever get to the next level? Mm-hmm. You're going to stay stagnant if everybody doing the same thing around you. You won't grow.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how you grow. And I agree. I mean, as women, speaking as women, I don't think we should be like in a competitive mode. Yeah, my light. So it's about collaborating, me working with you, and we pulling each other up. If you at a place where I need to be around you all the time. Like, what is she doing? Maybe it's something in my activities or my daily, you have a daily routine that I need to check out, because I'm not at that level. I need to get to that level. So I like that. No competition, just collaboration.
They even teach you that in business. They be like, they don't think of their competitors. They don't care what they're doing or not doing. They just stay forward and handle their business, And I tell a lot of people, it's all a mind thing. Everything's a mind thing. They're like, well, I got so much. I got to do this. I got to do that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, if you can schedule time for this, you can schedule time for that. Won't you put yourself in your own schedule? No, for real. I tell a lot of clients that, because a lot of people come to us, because we do consultations and stuff like that and classes. I'm just like, won't you put yourself in your schedule from like 9 to 11 a.m.? Because you would do that for somebody else. If it was a client or a parent-teacher conference, you schedule it, you go handle your business. Won't you schedule some me time? Take some time for yourself. Have a meeting with yourself. Go take yourself on a business lunch. Figure out what you need to figure out with no distractions. Turn your phone off. It's nothing wrong with that. Just trick your mind. Just like if you're at a job and you have a task that needs to be done within a certain amount of hours, no matter what, you have to get that task done. So you're going to do it. That's the same mindset you have to have as an entrepreneur. Not like, well, I'm the boss. I could do what I want whenever I please. I'll just get to it when I get to it. And then most things will never get done. You got to have that same mentality. Like, if you can do it for the man, you should respect your business enough to do it for yourself.
Right.
How much
and that thinking is the big misconception of entrepreneurship. You think it's just like all this free time, you can do whatever you want to do. And you know what? I think it's also the misconception when you're a kid and you're looking at adults, that adults can do whatever they want. That's wrong. We got to do a lot of stuff we don't want to do.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's the stuff that I'm doing. I don't even much want to do, but it got to be done, and somebody got to do it. So I think that yes, schedule time for yourself. That's another good one. I got these nuggets coming down. Schedule the time for you.
It be the littlest things that has such a big impact. Like, they always like, well, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm like, well, if you don't get no sleep now, you're gonna die early. Like, no, just stop all of that. Just stop all those sayings that don't make no sense. Just
don't even speak that out your mouth. I ain't never been dead, so I don't know if you're sleeping or what. I don't know.
So bad. I'm like, no. Like, even the small things, they tell you, just drink a little bit more water. Like, that one little nugget can really save your life. True. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't pick up the soda, pick up the water and see what happens to your insides. Like, it's just the littlest things. And it's just like these sayings that our elders been saying as we was growing up, and going one ear and out the other. But then as an adult, you're like, you know what? That does make sense. I totally get it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be grateful for the food on your back and food on your table and clothes on your back. Blah, blah, blah. Right. And then when you get in those moments where you like, I get it now.
You got to sleep outdoors. Yeah, you start to be grateful. Yeah. It is the small things. The small things add up to big things. Absolutely. And the reverse is true. The little things that nag you, like a little gnats, whatever, become a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the small changes become a big change. So it's important. It's important that you schedule that time with yourself, look at some of the things that you're doing, and really, be real with yourself. Stop being, in a delusional, thinking you're doing something, but you ain't really doing nothing. You ain't completed not one thing in the last 6 months that you've been talking about you was going to do something.
Yeah. People change the words to comfort themselves so they won't feel bad in the end, not realizing all you're doing is making excuses and wasting time. That's all you're doing. At the end of the day, I will be this, but this happened during the pandemic. Okay, it happened now. What?
We've all been impacted in some way with this pandemic.
We all went through it.
Yeah.
We all was looking for toilet paper. We get it.
And that wasn't even the issue. Toilet paper.
It wasn't. It's just someone said something and someone followed and it trended that people who actually buy toilet paper on a schedule. Now I'm trying to go get it. You all got it. And this is just ridiculous.
Toilet paper.
Oh my gosh.
And
I'm
crazy.
like, how long are you going to keep using excuses? I get it. Life can be very hard.
Yeah.
And I've been through so much in life that people will be shocked because you won't tell, because I'm always smiling and I'm always positive. I said, because my downfalls would never be your entertainment.
What?
You know what I'm saying? And I don't use them as excuses because I keep telling people what keeps me going is I keep thinking about my future self. And she is happy and she is successful. But she's waiting on me to get through this moment so she could be a better version of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing this for future me because she deserves it.
That's good. That's good. So, think about your future self.
Yeah.
And, I did an episode about journaling, and I think we can predict our future. We can write down what it is that we want to see. Put that vision out there so that we start going towards that, no matter what you're going through, no matter what. The goal is to go through it, not to stay in it, to get to the other side, to go through it. So great point. Great nuggets. They just falling out. Just, I know. This is good stuff, girl. Good stuff.
I'm telling you, I love doing it because I'm like, I don't know where it was when I was coming up. But if I have it, I'm giving the nuggets every day, all day. And I'm happy that I'm at a place that I can do it.
But what's great is that a nugget for someone else, maybe something just simple that you do on an everyday basis. But when you speak it out and people hear it, it could change their life.
Absolutely.
Just that one thing, put yourself on the calendar. Somebody might go, oh my God, I never thought of doing that. I never thought of doing that. And I need to sit down with myself and be honest. So schedule it.
Yep.
Put it on the calendar. There you go. There's your to-do for today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, put yourself on the calendar once a week. Have a little chat with yourself. See where you are.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
have a staff meeting with me, myself, and I.
Yeah. Yeah.
Figure out what y'all.
You never know. You may come out of that refreshed, revived, and ready to go on to the next thing, Absolutely. But before our time gets away from us, and it goes pretty quickly, I want you to let everyone know how to reach you if they're interested in doing business with you, connecting with you. Tell us how to reach out.
Sure. I can be reached on all social media platforms at look at my baby.
All right. Dropping gems. What up, GLM?
Yes.
That's your co-host, right?
My Fifi.
Ooh.
my motivation, my
Look at the love.
my support.
Look at the love.
Oh my God, that's a whole nother thing. I still forgot. I'm about to write 7 albums just on him. Right?
Oh,
I'm telling
girl.
you, my whole brand, Gotta Love Me, GLM. You know, I've been talking about love and helping people with their relationships and self-care, self-love. And now I finally found my soulmate. So
That's so beautiful. I got chill bumps. That's so beautiful.
I swear, he's my first boyfriend, my only fiance, and soon to be husband. I waited patiently for the one for me, and now he's finally here. So I'm just in my moment.
I see you got that crown on.
Yes, my baby. He made it for me today.
Oh, look at that.
Because you know we have a graphic design business. Like all these graphics, he made these. You know, but
I saw the top of the crown, so I'm like,
because I'm his queen and that's my king. That's my baby.
Oh.
But I know value time. Okay, so I can be found on all social media platforms at TQuestGLM and at TQuestGLM.com. And I tell people when it comes to your business or just yourself, you just want someone to talk to, you don't know where to go, no matter what level you are in life or in your brand, the starting, intermediate, expert, or whatever, and you just want new ears, a new perspective, or need help with anything, you could just contact me and we can set up a consultation and we can talk about how we can help you realistically. Mm-hmm. And if we can't personally do it, and if we have people who can, we'll definitely guide you and direct you, because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't believe in competition. There's enough out here for everybody. So, you know, all you got to do is take the first step and just contact me.
All right.
Like, I'm letting you know I'm here, and most people don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? So,
well,
here.
Now you didn't throw the ball over in their court.
You know what I'm saying?
So you did your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if they serious about business and serious about going to the next level, they'll do their thing. Absolutely. So y'all here, it's on the screen for you. Follow TQuest on all social media platforms at TQuestGLM. So it's on the screen. Yeah. So we eliminating excuses. No excuses. All right. Oh, I wanted to tell you, thank you for joining me during your birthday month. Oh. During your birthday month. Birthdays are so special. Yay. They are so special. Try missing one.
I tell people, I'm like, look, another year of life, especially with everything that's going on, is such a blessing. Like I tell people, you don't understand. It's not about parties. It's not about gifts. It's just the opportunity to see another year of life, because people are dropping like flies.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
For sure. So, well, it's been such an honor. I so appreciate you. I'm going to reach out because I have some questions for later, and my head is just all over the place. But anyway, I appreciate you. I thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for coming on. You could have done anything today. You could have done anything for your birthday month. But I appreciate you joining me. And my hope is that whoever's listening, they pick up these gems and they run with it. And I want to hear, how this changed their thinking, how it, put them on the right trajectory to go and do better. So with that said, we are going to go ahead and close out for tonight. Thank you again, TQuest. I'll be in touch with you. Thank you, everybody. And we will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. And to all my friends, I pray that you will prosper in all things and be in health just as your soul prospers. All right. See you next week. Bye.